Hi, my name is Joanna, and today I'm going to talk about not so conventional help while treating depression. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. 20 years ago, I was diagnosed as depressive seasonal bipolar, but I've been having depressive episodes and hypomania already for 32 years. The information that I bring you is based on my personal experience and also through many things that I saw and heard along these decades of other people that also have or had depression. I will split this video in two. In the first video, I'm going to talk about some methods that will help you with your mind, with your personal development process. And in the second video, I will talk about methods that will help your body, because mind and body go along together, hand by hand. So it's important to treat both. However, as I said before, I believe that healing depression is made by you through changing perspective about yourself and the world that surrounds you. Traditionally, when someone has depression and thinks about seeking professional help, the first idea that comes to mind is psychoanalysis. However, there are many other psychotherapeutic methods. You can search for the best method that for you at a certain specific moment, because one thing that I discover is that you start healing and you keep on healing, and you're going to keep on healing for decades, because the more you dig. I have a friend that says that we are like an onion. You heal the outside skin, you peel it off, then another skin, then you peel it off, so until you go to the core. And some people, and I'm going to give a very specific case, like for instance, people that has post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, may go directly to a psychotherapist that is specialized in that area, because you have specialists. And funny enough, nowadays you have more and more specialists in different areas of psychotherapy. And if you have childhood trauma, you can also search a therapist that works in that specific area. Personally, my psychologists use a method called psychodrama. Psychodrama usually is done in group, but I never wanted to have group therapy, so she adapted to individual sessions. And for me, it works very well. Another technique that I used, and that was while I was working my inner child, it is shadow work. So shadow work worked very well for me. I did it quite fast, but emotionally can be quite draining. And you really need to be prepared to face your fears. So it's a method that is not soft. At least with me, it really went deep to very rooted emotions inside. Another technique that exists is neuro-linguistic programming, where you can use speech and visualization to change your thought, the patterns that you have in your head. I never had that kind of therapy, but I believe it works. Many years ago, when I started the psychotherapy, my psychologist explained me the weight of words, because the words that we say have quite a lot of weight, and we don't even notice it. And one of the things that I switch and I still avoid saying is I have to, because I have to has a lot of weight. It is an obligation that we impose to ourselves. So instead of saying I have to go shopping, I say it will be good if I go shopping, or just I will go shopping. Because what happens is that when you have depression, it's quite easy for you to not do things that you have to, or you said to yourself that you have to. And in reality, I may have to go shopping, but actually not really, because if I don't go shopping today, only tomorrow, I have food at home that can feed me for another day. So it's not a drama. The world is not going to end if I not go shopping today and only tomorrow. And the weight of failure, of not going to because you had to, can be quite heavy and put us even worse, feeling even worse. I already also heard about neurofeedback, and I know who has done it, and it worked. And it's a non-invasive method that you self-regulate your brain through visualization and training. You can also try hypnosis, and that includes regression to past memories. Now, I advise you to do that, especially the regression, always with a therapist. And why? Sometimes we have memories that are repressed, and for a good reason, because our traumas that are really very dramatic. And I'm not saying that we all have, no, some people have. Fortunately, I hope not many. And an example of it is sometimes a person that has a sexual abuse in the childhood may repress that trauma. And in a regression, if for some reason you remember that, you may need support to deal with it. It can be quite difficult. So you really don't know what is in your subconscious. So do always with someone. It's my advice. So this is the end of the first part. I will leave the description, in the description of the video, the links to pages that talk a little bit more about each of these techniques. And in the second video, I will talk about some help for the body.